it's all fake. Okay. And what I mean by that is this notion that, well, if I I wait, then I can do this. If I do this, the right time is this, that's all, it's all fake, right?
Welcome to the Success Fitness Podcast. I am your host, Christian Evans. This podcast is about improving our relationship with nutrition and exercise to achieve success in our fitness journey. And our special guest today, Tiffany Clark, owner of NICOLE Fitness, will help us do just that by sharing her story of why she started her fitness journey and how it led to her starting NICOLE Fitness, balancing family life and professional life, and why you should never regret prioritizing your health. Without further ado, Success Fitness family, please welcome Tiffany Clark to the podcast. How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I am good. Great to have you on the show. We've been kind of playing message tag because we are both busy bodies. But before we go into that, tell everybody where you are from and where you are at. And last but not least, how's the weather where you are?
Okay. So I'm originally from Illinois. I am currently living in Texas, in Killeen, Texas. And our weather is very much back and forth. Right now it's a warm day. I think we were sitting like in the 70s today, so we're good.
Okay, that's good.
It could be a polar express tomorrow, so you don't know. You just dress in layers and hope for the best.
I got you. Now, when you say polar opposite, now you're from Illinois. So have you been down to Texas too long? Have you forgotten how it is up here?
Yes, I have. It was about 30 degrees a couple weeks ago, and I was like, I can't do this. I can't do this.
30 degrees, we're in shorts. 30 degrees and we're in shorts. We're in shorts around here. I think it was about 45 today. I think it was about 45 today. It's been a blessing since we haven't been in snow, because usually, around this time we're in snow. But a little bit of background for me and Tiffany's just brief history or crossing paths is that I remember seeing Tiffany years ago at Gold's Gym, and she was preparing for a bodybuilding show. And I think that is actually my first time seeing a Black woman prepare for a show, and it just like my mind was kind of just blown. I'm like, okay. And we chatted from there, and we kept in touch throughout the years, and I've always supported her in her journey and everything that she does. So let everybody know what motivated you to start your fitness journey, and how did it lead to starting NICOLE Fitness?
Okay, perfect. So one thing that I'm sure a few people can relate to, what started my fitness journey actually was I was just looking to lose a few pounds. I had children, and I was just kind of made them a priority, and I took the back seat. And then I started realizing, like, no, I need to prioritize my health. So I decided I was going to start working out. And I started going to a gym in Illinois, GFit. And I was like, I just want to lose about 10 pounds. And then that 10 pounds led to, oh, you should compete. And like you said, I never knew anyone in that industry whatsoever. Like, no, thank you. It's not for me. I just want to lose a few pounds. And I rejected that for so long. And then finally, after doing some research, I was like, you know what, this might be something that could be interesting. So I decided to say yes to that. And I started prepping for my first show. And that first show was in 2014 or 15, somewhere.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, it's been that long.
Yes.
It seems like yesterday.
Yep. So I did that show, and then after that, I was just addicted to fitness. Like, I fell in love with watching my body change, trying to figure out like what's working, what's not working.
Right.
And it just became just a passion of mine. So from there, it just kind of grew over the years.
I got you. So what was one of the toughest parts about diving into that new world of bodybuilding? What was one of the kind of like toughest things that stuck out to you?
There was no room to make excuses.
Gotcha.
Because you're either going to show up or you're not. You're either going to play well or you're not. So there was no room to say, oh, well, I'll put it off till tomorrow, because every day mattered leading to competition day. And so that was the hardest part, because before it was just like, I can have that. cheat, or I can have that, I can skip my workout, or I don't need to do my cardio today. I'm too tired. You find excuses, right? But
Right.
I'm like, ooh, I have to put on this suit. I have to stand in front of these people, and I want to place well. So I had to get rid of all the excuses.
I got you. Now, if you don't mind me asking, where or how did you place in that bodybuilding competition?
So that particular competition, I did get first place.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I got first place, and I got my pro card on the NGA level,
Wow. Okay.
natural bodybuilding level. And then I competed the following year, and I got second at that competition. And then I took a little hiatus and moved.
Okay. Awesome. Now, during that time, did you have a nutritionist, a personal trainer, and how did they help you reach your goals?
Yeah, so those first two competitions that I did, I was under Steve Stark and Robert Green for the second one. I was working out of GFit, and then Rob helped me at his gym get prepared for my second
Good.
competition.
Mm-hmm.
So they both were instrumental in introducing me to new ways of exercising, letting me know like some of the things that I was doing was not working and to try this. So that was who guided me at that stage in my life.
Okay. I've yet to meet Mr. Stark. I've heard nothing but great things about him and GFit here in Peoria. I have met Robert, and I haven't contacted him in a while. That's on me. I'm more of a kind of person to where it's like I'm gonna take accountability. Me and Robert used to always kind of chat, and he was really one of the first ones that kind of tell me about just personal training just in general, because at that time, with 2014 2015, I was getting interested in personal training, and he just pretty much put me on game a lot of times. So shout out to Robert. Shout
Yeah,
out to
absolutely.
Robert.
Out to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you got into this game about first like losing weight, wanting to lose weight, and then you end up magically winning first place.
Yeah.
Not magically, through hard work, people, through hard work. Never
Yeah.
diminish, never diminish.
Yeah.
Through hard work and dedication, won your first bodybuilding competition. Now, how did this lead you to starting NICOLE Fitness?
So I moved to Texas. I moved to Texas in 2017. Um, Started a new position, and it was just time to leave Illinois. I was ready. Then of course, I had already been working out. I was addicted at this point. So it was
I
like that
gotcha.
was my routine. I needed to find a gym. So I get here to Texas, and I get settled. And the first thing I want to do is I'm going to find a gym.
Okay.
And it took a while. So NICOLE Fitness, I had already knew like for a while that I wanted to do something in personal training, whatever that looks like, whether
Okay.
it's camp or one-on-one, but I was always afraid to make that jump. So
Okay.
I sat on ideas. I let ideas pass for
I
years.
got you. I got you.
Finally, I have a good friend. I have two amazing people down here, Brittany and
Okay.
Michaela. They were instrumental in just jump, just do
Okay.
it. And
Okay.
so one of the things I was looking for was a high energy workout where it felt like a party. It felt like it was just a good vibe. It wasn't your like, let's
Gotcha.
go in a circuit and do that type of thing. So I was like, well, if it's not here, I'll just build it. And that's what I did. And NICOLE Fitness was born.
Awesome. So just a little bit more about NICOLE Fitness now. Well, a little bit, let me back that up before we get into NICOLE Fitness. When you decided to become a personal trainer, finally decide to just go all in, what was that fear? What made you nervous, or what made you hesitant about personal training?
I was just scared because when I held my first boot camp class, I was like, well, what if no one shows up?
Yeah,
Right?
right.
Like, what,
Right.
what if people they just don't care and they don't
Yes.
show up?
Yeah.
So that I was extremely afraid of. And so I had put out all this stuff on Instagram. And, Instagram is very hit or miss. One moment,
Yes.
people are like, oh, you feel like you're killing it. Like, oh, people are
Right.
responding to you. And the next thing you know,
Right.
it's just like,
Exactly.
oh,
Exactly.
okay, like,
You're
did
right, right,
y'all
right.
like what I was saying or no? Like what?
Right, right, right.
So that was my fear. I was just like, no one's gonna show up.
I
And
gotcha.
my friend asked a very in this question. She asked a very good question. She said, "Define success." And
Good.
so the answer to my version of success was me just doing the work. If I do the work, I set it up, and I
Uh-huh.
show up, that's success to me because all these years I've put it off.
Right.
And I did it, and it was successful. People showed up, and we had a great time.
Good, good, good. How did you feel after that first session?
Amazing. I was like, let's do it
Good.
again. Like I was ready to do
Good. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
it.
yeah. You got all those good vibes and everybody's
Yes.
smiling and
Mhm.
you're kind of nervous. It's like, okay, are they going to pay attention? Am I
Absolutely.
articulating myself the right way? And then you start to realize by the time everything is over, it's like I'm in my head so
Yeah.
much, and these people are here to obviously get a workout, but above all, is to have a good time, and hopefully that you provided that, and by your story, I
Yeah.
think you did. I think you did. Now, who is T Nicole Fitness for?
So NICOLE Fitness is for anybody, literally. It is a high energy, it's HIIT workout. It's for anybody who is looking to either add to their routine that they're already doing. Sometimes, we're in this limbo and we're not, it's just that little push that will
Right.
get you out of your comfort zone. Very high energy. And it's really for anybody. There's modifications if you can't do
Yeah.
some of the moves. So if you're
Okay.
we do a lot of jacks and like just a lot of high energy things, but there's also modifications. So it's literally for any fitness level. I've had kids there. I've had,
Awesome.
I think the oldest person I've had participate was in their 60 plus and did just fine. So
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. One thing that I did notice about just like Instagram, just looking at analytics, is that there are a lot of people that either follow me or just accounts that I see that's in Texas. So Texas is a hot spot for
yeah,
fitness and personal training. So you
yeah,
being nervous about becoming a personal trainer, you was like right there in the hotbed of it all. And that's good to hear. That's honestly like really good to hear that you went down there on faith and started T Nicole Fitness. Now, do you have I guess a physical spot, or do you kind of just meet people mainly kind of do outside group workouts, or where are you
yes.
located?
So this past summer we did everything in the park. So it
Okay.
was come to the park,
Okay.
water, we did our workout, and then we left. So, well, it started getting colder. So now I'm operating out of an all female owned gym, Black owned gym called NICOLE Fitness.
Awesome.
Yes, I'm so
Awesome.
excited about the facility.
Awesome.
Yes, so that is where I hold my classes at. And it kind of varies, but it's
I
indoor
got you.
and yeah, it's been
I
working out
got you.
well, and I'm
I
excited.
I got you. Now, how long are your sessions?
So my Saturday sessions are 45 minutes.
Okay.
So I
Okay.
have on Saturdays from 9 to 9:45, and then I do 5:30 a.m. sessions as well, but those are 30 minutes. So we get to it. We're out the gate.
Okay.
Let's
Okay.
go. 30 minutes. Let's burn these calories so we can start our day.
I got you. I got you. Now you mentioned HIIT workouts. Can you break that down for those who may not understand or want a deeper understanding, or your version of what a high intensity interval training workout is?
Absolutely. So for when I describe HIIT workout, it is me taking your heart rate up and then bringing it back down and taking it up again. So we might start out with just a lightweight, it's jumping jacks,
Yep.
body weight squats, things like that. And then just kind of get you warmed up. But then when it's time to take that heart rate up, you think burpees, running in place, like we're doing
Goodness
all
gracious.
the things that's gonna get your heart rate elevated. And then we'll bring it back down. So it's just intervals of high intensity, um, where that heart rate is really elevated, and then recovery.
I
So
got you. I got you. Got you. And the reason why yeah, yeah. And the reason why I ask you that is because I design majority of my workouts for my clients with that same format, because you can get so many. in. We do 30 seconds on, 10 seconds off. And it's funny, you just mentioned burpees. I have one client and he likes to just, he wants me to push him. And sometimes I'm kind of nervous because I'm like, I don't want this guy to pass out. But
Yeah.
some people like going there.
Yes.
And so we do 30 seconds on, 10 seconds off. So today's circuit did burpees. And then right after burpees, he did leg lifts. And probably like that second rep, he was like, but that's what he likes, but he goes for that.
Yeah.
And which is fun because you can design and put in various different combinations that you're kind of just trying out, you know what I mean? And it depends on your clients, the clientele level. Like you said, you know, if somebody needs modification, but it keeps everything fun. It keeps everything fun. Now you mentioned starting class at 5:30 in the morning. You must just don't sleep. You must just don't sleep at all. So how do you fit working out into your schedule of family life and personal life and professional life? I'm sorry.
Yeah, so I think it's just one of those things you have to treat it like any other part of your day.
Right.
So if I schedule it the way I would schedule anything else, and I have to make my health a priority. So there's no room for me to put anything before that. So if I can give my job my time, or I can give other people my time, why can't I give myself my own time? You know, like we have this mindset to stop making excuses and putting ourselves on the back burner. So for me, it's very easy now.
I
That
got
was
you.
one of the things that I had to learn, and as I've grown as a person and in my fitness journey, that has become a non-negotiable at this point. So 5:30, it's like I'm in there. I'm like, y'all ready? And then
Right.
like, why are you energized? But it's like I've literally fell in love with the process of loving myself and loving my body, what it can do, and that excites me. So you just do.
Now is there any and I hate to word it like this, but is there like any pre-workout that you take prior to working out? And I want to be clear, pre-workout does not have to be in the box of what we see in these shakers. If that's what you do, that's what you do. And for context, mine is coffee. You know what I mean? But do you like eat a meal beforehand? What's your pre-workout, I guess, of what I'm trying to say?
So I actually don't take anything. So my 5:30 workouts, I get up, and I like to take my time when I wake up so I'm not rushed, but I don't take anything prior to my 5:30 workouts. I literally get up, I'll have
and what time does that alarm go off?
like 4:30-ish.
Okay. That's not bad.
So
That's not bad. That's not bad.
It doesn't take me long to get to the gym, but get up, get dressed, and I usually just have water beforehand.
Okay.
That works for me.
Gotcha.
I've noticed that, like, if I do try to eat something or drink something like coffee or anything like that, I'm not optimal then.
Gotcha.
And it came from learning myself. That came from studying, like, this is working, this is not. Now, coffee afterwards, absolutely. But prior to, it's literally just off of my energy.
I got you. Just a naturally hyper person then, huh?
That's me. Yes, I'm gonna come with all the energy in the morning. So,
it's like, why is she so loud? It's like, because this is me. This is me.
I think I take stuff, but I literally don't. And I actually do fasting. So after my workout, I normally have a fasting window from like 12 to 7 on the day. So I might have coffee or tea or something like that, but most of my meals don't happen till the afternoon.
Okay. And another reason why I'm asking that is because, of course, we're all on social media a lot of times. And everything that we see, at least far as for me, let me speak for myself, is that let's say when I'm watching videos, right? One of the first things that everybody always do, they're dry scooping, right? They're dry scooping or putting something in their shaker or whatever. And my thing is, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. I'm not knocking it, but it almost seems like this notion that you need something to transform yourself all the time. Now, if I'm saying I drink coffee beforehand, it is optional. It's not so much like, oh, I can't do this. There's been plenty of times where I get up, go downstairs, turn on the treadmill, 5.0 incline, 3.0, after maybe 2 sips of water. It's just more, you understand what I'm saying? Versus
right,
like this notion that you gotta take something, you gotta take something, you gotta take something. And I'm glad that you said it's like, no, this is me, baby. You know what I mean? This is just naturally me. I'm naturally hyper. I naturally got energy, and on top of this is what I want to do. You know what I mean? This is what I want to do. So I appreciate the transparency in that. And it's not, again, it's not to say that or to shame anybody who takes pre-workout. I've tried it. I've tried to see what the hype is about. I'm like, maybe I'm missing out on something, right? Yeah. All it did is make my skin itch.
Exactly. Yeah, and I think like you said, everybody feels like there's this magic that's gonna happen. Like if I take this, it's gonna make me do this or make me feel. And it's really no secret. There's no magic.
Right.
There's nothing. It's literally, if you don't take that verse, if you do take that, what's gonna happen? You feel that way because you have an addiction to something because you think it's working.
Right.
In all honesty, like
speak on it.
So it's not a thing that, well, I have to have this in order to work. No, you're choosing to have that, because once you start to learn your body, and you like, our bodies are just they're machines essentially.
Right.
And once you fine-tune it and you start to realize like certain things are going to work regardless of what you like. It's all about what you put in it. And sometimes moving stuff, you're going to end up feeling a lot better.
Exactly.
Doing to add stuff to the equation.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm glad you hit on that. And for those who, I don't want to say that anybody should doubt you by now, because you've pretty much given a whole array of what your certifications are, your qualifications are, but I know what your professional job is, but this is just going to add extra icing on the cake versus somebody just thinking, oh, she's just a fitness geek and, whatever. Tell everybody what your professional job is. And this way it definitely covers what you just got through talking about.
Yeah, so I am a critical care registered nurse with a specialty in cardiac care.
Right. So what she's saying, she knows exactly what she's talking about, and it covers a multitude of sin. You know what I mean? So, plus, because like we live in this day and age to where, yes, it's cool to, I guess, what I'm saying, verify or double check who it is that you're talking to and what it is, right? But it's like, okay, when somebody does have the credentials, pay attention. Now you don't really, like you just said, there's no excuses. I'm a certified personal trainer. I placed first. I'm a champion. I'm a champion. I'm a champion. And I'm a nerd. So, don't negate what I say. Don't negate what I say.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So in all honesty, I think that we do really just need to, sometimes you just have to take it back to the basics, and it doesn't require a whole lot. It really doesn't. So I think people, the more they realize that, the better. So.
Right. Now, what's your favorite and least favorite muscle groups to train?
My favorite muscle group to train are legs and back.
Okay.
My least favorite are shoulders.
Shoulders. Okay.
Oh my gosh, they kill me.
Okay.
Every single time, I do not like shoulders, but
I got you. Now, when you mention legs and back being your favorite muscle groups to work on, why is that? I'm curious. I'm just curious.
I think it's just one of those things, when you're good at it, you want to do it more. So it's easy for me to walk in the gym and put my workout together and just I can do this, this, and this.
Yeah.
Shoulders, not so much. And so I have to think a little bit more. I have to push myself a little bit harder because that's my weakest muscle group as well. So
I got you.
Like it's just one of those things. I don't.
Yeah, I got you. See, I have. Go ahead. To be
honest, the reason those are my favorite is because I can push myself. Even I can force out that last rep. With shoulders, it's like, man, like it burns.
I'm ready to go.
I don't have anybody there to spot me. It's like,
yeah.
But we're done. So
I got you. You do like a shoulder press. And I'm like, all right, that's enough. That's enough for today. Now, is there any particular back and leg, let's say, exercise that is like, this is my favorite. This is my number one?
I love squats.
Really? Okay.
I like different variations of squat. I got you. loading the bar. Like I like to do sumos. I like to do
Okay.
just different variations of squatting. My least favorite is the leg extension. I
Gotcha.
do not like that. Um,
Gotcha.
my back, that's just, I just like how my back looks when it's like toned and everything. I know that's like really weird, but
I gotcha.
I like doing like seated rows and
Seated rows. Okay. 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 I've been one, I have a love-hate relationship with legs. And oddly enough, I saw my cousin at the gym today, and I jumped in with him after I finished my client session, and we did chest and some traps. We did chest and traps, right? And then my
yeah,
cousin was there. I'm like, I'll jump in with legs with you, just whatever.
yeah,
So we did some Smith machine squats, and I told him, I'm like, I have a love-hate relationship, but like by that third set, I'm like, I'm in it.
yeah,
That's my love-hate thing.
yes.
Like that first two sets, I'm like, I do not feel like doing this. My legs
Mm-hmm.
are out of place. I'm pressing too much from one leg, whatever. I can't get my coordination together. But after that third set, I'm like, okay, I can be here all
Yeah,
day.
absolutely.
That's what it is.
Yeah,
Far as for back, I've been loving um wide grip pull downs lately. Wide grip pull downs and barbell rows.
that's a good one. Those are
Yeah,
very,
yeah, Smith machine barbell rows. And shoulders, it's okay with me. I think what I'm trying to work on is lateral dumbbell raises. Work
mm,
on the ladder. That's kind of challenging because the male ego kicks in, or just ego, just period. And it's like, well, I want
yeah,
to go heavier, I want to go
yeah,
heavier. And it's like, that's really not how you really sculpt
yeah.
those.
Very, very true. And it's so funny when you see people and they're just like, all this just moving weight. It's one thing to move,
Yes.
but it's one thing to control the weight and have that
Yes. Yes.
time attention.
Yeah.
That's hard for some people to grasp. It's like, no,
Yeah.
grab a lighter weight and you hold that bad boy and you'll get a good
Yeah,
workout.
yeah, yeah, yep, yep. Lateral, the lateral raises and rear delt flies and rear delt rows. Those have become like my two that I mainly try to make sure I focus on when I work out, as far as with the shoulders.
Yeah.
Now during your prep time, or even right now, what are
Mhm.
some of the what are some of the food that you ate? Like, how did you prep your food? Is there like a staple that you stuck with, or did you try to just switch it up as much as possible?
Yeah, so one thing I've learned from prepping, and my meals have looked different over the years. When I was
Okay.
doing prep, it was more like, okay, you have 6 meals a day, you have to get them in, I don't live by that theory anymore. I'm
Okay.
very much now more into um, thinking about wellness in a different way. And
Gotcha.
what if my body needs all of that? Do I need 6 meals
Gotcha.
a day? I probably don't. Do I
Gotcha.
need, because you have to think like digestive health is one of the main things that leads to illness too. So if I'm putting all of this in my body and I'm not digesting it properly, I'm setting myself up for failure essentially. And that's a whole nother thing we can go down.
I
But
got you. I
digestion
got you.
huge. So you think about these, in bodybuilding, people feel like you have to put all of this food in your body, right?
Right,
Because
right.
sometimes you do, but for me, it wasn't. So now I think about my food as how I'm going to use it. So I don't have necessarily routine. It's like, okay, if I'm going to lift, then I know I'm going to have a carb meal. If I'm
Gotcha.
not, I don't need it because I'm not going to use it. And so I think that's how I break my food down. So if that answers your question,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
do a lot
So
of fish.
okay, a
Um,
lot of fish. Is that your
yeah.
well? So
So
what's your favorite meal out of all of those? What's your favorite? I guess let's be more specific. Your favorite protein.
yeah, so I love salmon. That's probably my favorite
Gotcha.
protein. I eat a lot of fish.
Okay.
My goal eventually is to be completely plant-based.
Okay.
I've been struggling with trying to figure out how to. My body reacts very quickly to carbs, so I have to be mindful of that. But
I
um,
gotcha.
that's my goal eventually. But I eat a lot of fish as my protein, and I eat a lot of veggies. Um,
Okay.
I'm onto this. I'm juicing now, and I fell in love
Okay.
with it. So I do
Okay.
juices
Awesome.
and stuff like that. So that's where I get a lot of my vegetables from. The fish,
Okay.
and for sure.
I got you. I got you. Now that you mentioned juicing, one, what type of juicer do you have?
I have a Nama Well juicer.
Okay.
The best juice.
Okay.
I love it. It's great.
Okay. Okay. What's your favorite juice combination that you've made so far?
that's a hard one. It depends on
Okay.
that's a hard one.
Okay.
So I've made all kinds. I've made just plain watermelon juice when it's in season. This summer
Oh
I
yeah.
experimented with like dragon fruit and
Okay.
pineapple. Right now though, I'm using I'm making a green juice. So I use celery, kale, cucumber, and a green
Okay.
apple.
Okay. Done that one before. Yep.
And
Yep.
I
Done that
really,
one
yeah.
before. Yep. I got to send you some of my juicing recipes.
Yeah.
But yeah, still have a Jacqueline juicer. When I was going through my juicing phase, I was just telling my friend about this, is that because I gave him one of mine. I had two. I actually had two. It's because I had to have a backup. It's because I juiced them both. And I'm
Yeah.
like literally like pressing down like all triceps and all, you know what I mean, shoulders. And I burned the motor out easily.
Oh,
Burn the motor out easily. I always break stuff. I'm like a bam bam around here. I always break stuff. And so I always kept a backup.
Yeah, it's minimal. You just chop it and throw it in there and let it do its thing.
Yeah. And I'm ready to get it over with. So I'm just pushing stuff down the hopper. But yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, watermelon juice is one of my favorite juices. And oddly enough, you know what? I was just at Sam's earlier today and they had watermelons there. Now, they may not be the seeded, but it's kind of you gotta take what you can nowadays. You know what I mean? Like seriously. Now, what lesson did you learn about yourself when you reached your goal that you can give those who may be on the fence about starting their fitness journey?
Oh, what advice? Just go for it. Like
Go for it.
Go for it. What are you like? There's literally, what are you waiting for? That's one of the things that I think it's all fake. Okay. And what I mean by that is this notion that, well, if I wait, then I can do this. If I do this, the right time is this, that's all, it's all fake, right? There's no right time. So just do it. I wear this little bracelet and it says, do it anyway. So anytime I feel fear, it's like, do it anyway, because why not? Why not? Because the time is going to pass anyway. So what am I going to do with this time? I can either be in the same spot, or I can make a decision to stop repeating my same habits and see what I can do. Right. And that's just kind of where I'm at. My whole mindset has changed tremendously throughout this fitness journey for me. For me, prior, like when we would see each other at Golds and stuff like that, it was just like, okay, yeah, I'm here. But I would find, if I found an excuse not to be there, I wasn't there, but I had a support system that was there. So I was there. But now it's like, if my support doesn't show up, do I not show up? Absolutely. I still show up. I do it anyway,
Do it anyway. Right.
That's kind of how you have to
Wonderfully said. Tell everybody where they can contact you. Website, IG, if they want to go ahead and sign up for those 5:30 a.m. classes that you're going to be super hyper about, going off of just a little bit of water. Exactly. Tell everybody where they can reach you at, website and everything.
Yes, so my website is NICOLEFITNESS.com. And then you can find me on Instagram, same handle, NICOLE FITNESS. That's my boot camp page. And then that's all I have. I have a Facebook page as well. That's Tiff's Boot Camp. So
I got you. And I will have all of that information listed in the show notes. And this brings us to the end of another episode of the Success Fitness Podcast. And if you found inspiration in today's podcast and would like to support, then sign up to my weekly newsletter, the Success Fitness Newsletter. You will get weekly notifications when this podcast publishes every Sunday at 12 a.m. Central Standard Time. And you will get 10% off your order at my merch store, successfitnessstore.com. And the link for those will be in the show notes. And again, this brings us to the end of another episode of the Success Fitness Podcast. Thank you for listening. And remember this, if any situation is not making you stronger, simply chant, more weight, more weight, more weight. Peace out. Are you hungry but only have 30 minutes to meal prep? Then download my new e-cookbook, What to Meal Prep, at successfitnessstore.com. You will get 3 step-by-step written and visual recipes for one high-protein meal that's under 600 calories. I'll help you cook fresh salmon, steam fresh broccoli, and quinoa in under 30 minutes to help you stay on track of your fitness goals. So go to successfitnessstore.com to download your copy today.